Hey everyone, and welcome. So in the world of web development, every now and then a tool comes along that just completely changes the game. And right now, one of the biggest names you'll hear everywhere is Next.js. But what is it really, and why are so many developers picking it to build their apps? Well, let's get into it.
Okay, so at its core, Next.js is a framework that's built right on top of React. The best way to think about it is like a supercharged toolkit. It takes everything that's already great about building user interfaces with React, and then just adds a whole bunch of extra features and performance optimizations all ready to go right out of the box.
But that simple definition barely scratches the surface. To really get why Next.js is such a big deal, we have to look at the why behind it. What problems is it actually solving for people who are building things for the web?
So you're still building your apps with the same React components you already know, but Next.js handles a ton of the complicated setup work for you. It automates things like bundlers, which package up all your code, and compilers, which make sure your code runs on all browsers. And the real magic here is that you get to spend way less time fighting with configuration and more time just building your product. And what you get in the end are these incredibly fast, dynamic, and interactive applications.
All right. Now, when you go to start a new Next.js project, you're going to face one really important decision right away. And this choice basically sets the foundation for how your entire application is going to be structured. We're talking about which router you're going to use.
And that big question is this: are you going to go with the app router or the pages router? This choice is pretty fundamental to how you'll build things, so understanding the difference between them is absolutely key.
Okay, so let's break this down. On one hand, you've got the app router. This is the newer and, honestly, the recommended way to go. It supports all the latest and greatest React features, like server components, which can seriously boost your app's performance. It also uses what are called canary releases of React. Just think of them as stable, cutting-edge versions. Then you've got the pages router. This was the original method. It's totally still supported, and it's great if you're working on an older project. But here's the bottom line. For any new project you're starting today, you're going to want to choose the app router.
So before you just dive in headfirst, it really helps to have the right foundation. Next.js is built on top of some core web technologies, so if you're comfortable with these, your whole learning process is going to be a lot smoother.
These four are the absolute essentials. I like to think of it like building a house, right? HTML, that's your frame, the basic structure. CSS is all the paint and the interior design. That's your styling. JavaScript is like the electrical and the plumbing. It's the logic that actually makes everything work. And then there's React. That's the advanced set of tools you use to build out all the different rooms. And since Next.js is a React framework, having a solid grasp of React is non-negotiable.
And finally, let's talk about one of the best parts about learning a popular technology like Next.js. You are not alone, not even close. You're joining this huge, really active and supportive community.
Seriously, if you ever get stuck, and let's be real, everyone gets stuck, there are so many places you can go. The official GitHub discussions are amazing for deep technical questions. There's a massive Discord server for real-time chat, and of course, you can always find people talking about it on X and on Reddit. Whatever your question is, help is never far away.
So, after all that, what is the best way to really get started? The official documentation says it perfectly. The single most important thing you can do is just to start building. Go create your first application. The best way to learn this stuff is by actually doing it.
And that really is the best advice anyone can give you. So, that leaves us with just one last thought. You've got this incredibly powerful framework sitting right at your fingertips, a tool that can build fast, full-stack, amazing applications. So the only question left is, what will you build first?